Pennsylvanian couple gives birth to a baby and find themselves behind the bar after 2 weeks. A young couple from Pennsylvania captured cops' attention after they delivered their child. Geoffery Lang and Kaycee Lang broke the news of their pregnancy to their friends and family. Expectedly, everyone was happy about it. The woman had suffered a miscarriage earlier, so this news really brought relief to everyone who knew about her misfortune. Kaycee would never forget to share her pregnancy pictures with kith and kins. But things took a different turn after her pregnancy. Their newborn died 5 hours after his birth. Kaycee shared the heartbreaking news with her friends on her social account. However, when cops entered her house, they saw something unexpected lying inside a box that brought out their secret to the light. You can never guess what was there in the box. Sick couple fake baby's death with a doll to scam pals out of cash. A couple had just learned that they were pregnant. Unsurprisingly, they were very much excited about it and went on to share the news with their near and dear ones. This was not the first time the couple had become pregnant. Geoffery, 27, and Kaycee Lang, 23, were a young couple who now wanted to expand their family. The pair had been together for a very long time. They had bought themselves a house a few years ago only, and now, according to them, was the perfect time to make their family bigger. She would post her pregnancy pictures on social media. It was indeed a piece of great news for the couple. The couple resides in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They live in a mobile home. Notably, Kaycee had suffered a miscarriage before this pregnancy. And from that time on she had been trying to get pregnant. Nobody knew that Kaycee and Geoffery were way more mysterious than they looked. This friendly-looking couple had many secrets of their own. Even though the pair had many friends, they would never let anyone in on their secrets. Kaycee was pregnant for the second time. It was amazing news not only for them but for everyone who was aware of their last miscarriage. They all gave their warm wishes to the couple. Little did the people know that Langs had something up their mind. The woman kept track of her pregnancy throughout the term. She would not forget to share those pictures with her family and friends on social media. The woman always maintained a big smile on her face while striking a pose. Apparently, Kaycee was very excited about her pregnancy. She would always talk about her future plans with everyone. The woman had made all the plans. She knew what she wanted her child to become and in which school would she enroll him/her. But were they going to realize? She was soon going to find out. One day Kaycee posted about the gender of her baby. She asked her social media friends to guess the baby's gender. The post read, "Any guesses on baby Lang's gender? We will be announcing in a few weeks." Well, it was indeed great news. The couple was approaching the day of delivery. Cynthia, Kaycee's best friend, took the responsibility of organizing a baby shower for the couple. Kaycee's delivery was after some months. Kaycee and Cynthia were best friends since their childhood. They would share everything with each other. In fact, Cynthia was the first who came to know about Kaycee's pregnancy. Cynthia was very happy for the couple, and so she offered to organize the event. Must say, Cynthia managed to organize a great event. The woman had to spend $300 solely on food and gifts. However, the expenses were very much, but it was nothing in front of their friendship. Many people attended the party. All her friends and families come forward to celebrate with the couple. Everyone had come with big gifts and blessings. No need to say, the baby shower was a success. Cynthia was very happy that she did this for her best friend. Sick couple fake baby's death with a doll to scam pals out of cash. The couple had accumulated many diapers, clothes, strollers and gift cards worth hundreds of dollars. We must say, the kid had earned a lot of stuff for himself before coming to the world. Members of the Close family gave groceries to the couple along with a large sum of money to help the couple financially in raising the child. Everything was going beautifully. The couple had embarked on a new journey of their life. It all was perfect, but we know there is nothing like perfect in this world. Things that look perfect is often a deception. After the baby shower, Kaycee stopped going out of her house. The woman would spend most of her time at home as she was told to take bed rest until the delivery. Even Cynthia could not get to meet her. But she did not mind, as she assumed maybe Kaycee was extra cautious because of the miscarriage she had. Finally, the day arrived. Kaycee was rushed to the hospital as she was in labor. Very soon the woman was going to deliver her child. After waiting a while, Kaycee gave birth to her son Easton Walt. The boy was born on July 3 at 3:11 a.m. The woman took to social media to announce the birth of her baby. It was an ecstatic moment for the couple. They finally had him. The couple was over the moon after having their baby with them. But after 5 hours, something tragic happened that changed their life completely. The woman had given birth at Conemaugh Memorial Hospital in Johnstown. The joyful news was followed by a heartbreaking one. The couple, after 5 hours, shared very upsetting news. Their son had died just after 5 hours of his birth. The couple must have felt terrible. Well, the news really made their family and friends sad. No wonder, they sympathized with the family. It was very tragic news, not only for the couple but also for all those who were waiting for the arrival of this child. The parents said that their infant died because of respiratory failure. The kiddo could not live more than 5 hours. Sometimes God can be really cruel. The little Easton Walt had just started breathing when his life was taken away from him. Unfortunately, every year many kids fail to make out of the hospital. Kaycee's newborn was one of them. No need to say that his family and friends gathered again to help him out. How do you think a couple who has lost their baby recently behaves? Most of them don't like to interact with the outside world, as they would want to stay in themselves only. But here, surprisingly, everything seemed different. The couple was taking as much attention as it was getting. In fact, they did something that made people raise their brows. Just after the baby, Easton said goodbye to the world, the Langs jumped into action. It seemed as if they already knew it was going to happen. Instead of mourning, they did something else that made Cynthia grow suspicious. What did they do? Sick couple fake baby's death with a doll to scam pals out of cash. Hardly a day had passed by when Geoffery and Kaycee came up with a GoFundMe account to raise a donation. According to their claims, the acquired money will be used for a personalized urn to keep his ashes. And also will cover the medical and funeral bills. They had made their GoFundMe page only to make some money. Please keep my wife and I in your thoughts and prayer. Our son Easton was born with fluid in his lungs and passed away a few hours after he was born, they wrote on their page. How could they use the death of their son for earning some money? Sick couple fake baby's death with a doll to scam pals out of cash. It added further, we would greatly appreciate if as many of you guys could share this, and if you are stable enough to do so, is donate also to help pay for the funeral expenses and medical bills. The post was all emotional. Along with that, they also wrote a lengthy obituary on the internet. Well, that hit the nail right on the head. Whoever came across that post felt very bad for the infant and their parents. They wanted to help the couple in their hard times, and so many of them came forward to assist the couple financially. Their obituary started, Easton's parents were blessed with just a little over 5 hours before he went to his heavenly home at 8:20 a.m. Easton experienced holding hands and hugs and kisses with his mommy and daddy and being told uncountable number of "I love yous." This all happened very quickly. No one apart from the couple themselves could see the baby. The post tugged to many heartstrings, and that is why the page received lots of donations. To be precise, a total of 15 donations were made that incurred $550. Birth of baby Easton could not be celebrated, but the couple decided to celebrate his death. They organized a memorial service to pay a tribute to their child. They sent an invitation to all their kith and kin. The guests had no idea till then that the baby boy had already been cremated. Many people believed them except for a few who smelled foul. One of the people who did not buy their explanation was Kaycee's best friend Cynthia DeLassio. If you remember, she is the same woman who had hosted the couple's baby shower. Cynthia had begun to feel something off about their pregnancy from that time only. However, each time she would shake her doubts off. One should always believe in their instincts. Sick couple fake baby's death with a doll to scam pals out of cash. Cynthia decided to get to the bottom of it, and that is why she went up to the police after a couple of weeks of baby Easton's demise. She shared her doubts about the whole pregnancy thing to the police. According to her, the couple was lying about their pregnancy. Still, it was just a suspicion with no concrete evidence. After listening to Cynthia, the police set the investigation rolling. They began by checking the offices of Cambria County Coroner and Somerset County Coroner with the hope of fetching details of the baby Easton. Surprisingly, none of them had any records of Easton Lang. Sick couple fake baby's death with a doll to scam pals out of cash. Clearly, something was definitely wrong. After getting no clue about Easton Lang in both offices, Police directed their investigation to Conemaugh Memorial Hospital and Conemaugh Memorial OB/GYN. However, no records of Easton Lang or Kaycee Lang were to be found. Now their doubts were solidifying. Sick couple fake baby's death with a doll to scam pals out of cash. Thereafter, the officers made their way towards the funeral home where the couple had bought an urn to keep their child's remains. But surprisingly, there were no records of the newborn. No one had seen the baby except for the couple themselves. Sick couple fake baby's death with a doll to scam pals out of cash. Everything was getting clear now. The police reached out to the couple to ask them some questions on August 5th. Geoffery tried to wash his hands off by saying that he was not with Kaycee at the time the baby was born. But he had learned that the condition of the baby was very poor. His heart rates had dropped down to 55 BPM. Kaycee said that the baby was diagnosed with respiratory distress syndrome that caused his untimely death. No matter how much the officers tried, the police could not believe them. Officers had to let go of them as they did not have any evidence on their hands. However, the very next day they reached Lang's home with a search warrant. Sick couple fake baby's death with a doll to scam pals out of cash. While searching the house, they discovered something rather astonishing. They found a real-looking newborn doll. They had been using this doll as their newborn baby. No one could suspect it as the doll looked so lifelike. Along with that, they also found an urn that had Easton Walt Lang written on it. The couple's heinous act took everyone by surprise. They had duped their own friends and families for money. But now their gig was up. The police were hell-bent on bringing them to justice. They arrested the couple without a delay. The sick-minded pair was finally in their hands. Sick couple fake baby's death with a doll to scam pals out of cash. The police slapped charges of theft by deception and fraud on them. Their hearing is scheduled in October. The couple went to the extent of misusing the GoFundMe platform for their self-interest. It was a shock for the platform as well. Their page was shut down after their scam was busted. The spokesperson had some comments to make as well. Whereas the scam of the culprits had been busted, those people who had donated a significant amount of money to the couple felt betrayed. Their money had gone. As mentioned earlier, the donation was made by about 15 people that amounted to $550. Sick couple fake baby's death with a doll to scam pals out of cash. Fortunately, the donors did not have to suffer the consequences as GoFundMe has a comprehensive refund policy in case someone misuses it. The true character of the couple was right before them. Sick couple fake baby's death with a doll to scam pals out of cash. The spokesperson said, "This type of behavior is not tolerated on GoFundMe. We will fully cooperate with law enforcement officials during their investigation, and we will issue full refunds to all donors. We have a zero-tolerance policy for any misuse on the platform." The further added, "All donors are fully protected by the GoFundMe guarantee, which means donors are protected by a comprehensive refund policy if misuse occurs." This campaign received 15 donations totaling $550. As far as Cynthia is concerned, she was still in shock. "We were excited for them because she previously had told us that she lost a baby, so we thought, this is a great thing for them. Her own best friend did it to her. So when did she begin to grow suspicious?" The woman recalls, "Kaycee asked me to be the one to know the gender of the baby. When I saw the envelope and opened it and saw it was just a blue piece of paper, I was like, that's kind of odd, but maybe that's how they do this nowadays." But when she heard about the demise of the infant, her doubts began to resurface. If the kid had respiratory problems, then how did the doctors let the couple take him home? It didn't make any sense. But what was wrong with the plan? She said, the baby had fluid in his lungs, but the hospital gave him back to her and said he'll be fine. I knew this was fake. I couldn't go and sit and watch this go on. Cynthia had to look into it at any cost. The idea was indeed terrible. Cynthia admitted, "I don't know what their motive was, but to hurt your family and everybody is just sick." The couple is waiting for their trial. This is really heartbreaking to see people actually stoops down to this level to get some money. The couple did not think for once that they were making a joke of those unlucky couples who actually experience these misfortunes. Even though faking pregnancy is not illegal in the US, the couple will get punishment for duping their family and friends. You will agree that this is the worst one can do with their family and friends. The couple had been dreaming of getting some extra cash, but what did they get in return? Not only did they lose all this money, but also the trust of their friends. Things done with bad intention never yields good results. the couple learned it the hard way. We are sure that now the Langs would think millionth of times before plotting another conspiracy.